Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be showcasing all of the new Source Tournament Ninja for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2. This is something that I usually do whenever a new group of minifigures comes out for Ninjago. I like to dedicate an entire video to talking about the new designs, talking about what I like and do not like about these guys, and just overall how I feel about this group as a new selection of Ninja minifigures. So from left to right, we have Kai, Evil J, technically the only tournament J that we have, Cole, Zayn, Lloyd, Nia, Arin, and Sora. And also this video will contain minor spoilers for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2. Nothing super crazy, but regardless, spoilers are ahead. So up first, we have Kai in his Source Tournament attire. Now, it is worth mentioning, and again, minor spoilers are ahead, this Kai does not appear in Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2. Kai basically stays in Nether Space the entire time until the very end of the season, where he shows back up, obviously, in his climber suit. This suit is technically non-canon, but it does look pretty great, I gotta say. Love the torso printing, the leg printing. I think that fire symbol is excellent. Obviously, the new shoulder pads are a pretty big deal because they look amazing, in my opinion. Probably one of my favorite shoulder pad pieces that has ever been made for Ninjago. Very similar to the Skybound armor, but dare I say even better. But yeah, the Kai color scheme here, gold, red, dark red, this pale yellow down here, looks fantastic. Can't complain too much about that. Obviously, we have the Kai headband piece returning from Ninjago Legacy and many other things, along with a red half mask, and for the face underneath, you can see that we are back to using the Ninjago movie heads for a lot of these. So Kai does have two expressions, the more stern scowl and the smile on the back. By the way, speaking of the back of the torso print is insane. I love how that looks on not only Kai, but all of the other ninja as well. I think that looks really, really good. Next up, we have Jay. Now, because Jay does not have a traditional Source Tournament attire, Evil Jay here technically counts as Source Tournament J. And like I've said in some of my other videos talking about this figure, I love this design. I think overall this version of J is fantastic, probably one of my favorite J's that they've ever made. I love the black, the dark blue, the banana yellow, the light blue for the wolf symbols up there. I think that looks amazing, as well as the lightning detailing going throughout the torso. Just perfect all around, no notes, no complaints. Also, that mask is the Season 2 Part 1 mask, just done up in black and dark blue. Perfect for Evil J, and his shoulder pad is the same shoulder pad used on some of the other Source Tournament Ninja, like as you can see with Nia here, except J has it in black. So awesome variant for that armor piece as well. Really hope we see that armor in more colors in the future. Would love to have a whole bunch of those armor pieces after a while, because I just love those armor pieces so much. Taking off the armor and the hood, we can see that underneath, Jay actually does not use his Ninjago movie face, but instead the Dragons Rising one, just so that we can have that visor, which has been pretty much showcased to be the Evil Jay face in this scenario, so you can see how that looks there, but you know, obviously you can use that for other stuff as well. I love the back printing on this guy. That wolf mask symbol reflecting off the light there looks fantastic. No complaints, no notes, looks amazing. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite J minifigures that I think that they've ever done. Very good. Next up here, we have Cole. Now for Cole, I've made it no secret that I am not a huge fan of how Cole looks this time around, and I have done other videos in the past showcasing my personal modifications that I've made to this figure, but officially, this is how it comes when you buy it, and I'm not a huge fan of, for one, that orange mask, and for two, the lack of a headband. Just kind of makes him look off when compared to characters like Kai or Nia or even Lloyd. But overall, I do like this minifigure. in terms of the torso and the legs. I feel like overall that looks amazing. Love the dark gray, the black, the orange, even the little bits of brown used in there as well. Very earth color scheme, very coal color scheme. And let's get the mask and the armor off here. Like a lot of the other ninja, Cole utilizes his Ninjago movie face, featuring this scowl on the front and this more happy smile in the back, and I love that back printing. Each of the ninja kind of has a source dragon themed back printing. I think Cole's looks amazing. Very earth-esque, very rock-esque. I think that looks amazing. Can't complain too much about that. Next up, we have Zayn, who is kind of different as well from some of the other ninja, because for one, Zayn does not use his Ninjago movie face, and for two, Zayn does not have a headband. But unlike Cole, Zayn never had a headband. So it's hard to complain about that when a headband piece literally does not exist for Zayn. But here we have Source Tournament Zayn. Obviously he uses his sleeveless attire, which, you know, is also different because Zayn is titanium, but I do like how the gold looks as well. I was kind of nervous to see how I would like the silver and gold also clashing for attention here. I don't think it's that jarring. I think it looks pretty good still. We've seen gold on titanium Zayn minifigures before, and I don't think it's as obnoxious on this guy as some other people might say that it is. I also really enjoy the color scheme. White, light blue, silver, gold. Very Zayn, very ice themed. Let's take off the mask and the armor really quick. Like I've said, the face is not the same one from the Ninjago movie because Zayn was not titanium in the movie, but this is the same face that has been used since Sons of Garmadon with that port on the back. So if anything, it's more like the 2018 face, just brought back again. I also love the back printing. Honestly, the back printing might be my favorite part of all of these figures. I think that just looks amazing. Also, I should probably mention here, each ninja does have a little sash over here on the torso that says Master of something, just abbreviated. So this says Master of Ice, MOI. Next up, we have Lloyd. Now, Lloyd also has a couple of different variants going on in Season 2, Part 2. Sometimes he's dressed like this, sometimes he uses his master outfit, but as it stands for the Source Tournament, this is technically what we are working with here, and I think Lloyd looks really good. Now, the green is the same spring green that has been used since the start of Dragons Rising, so nothing really new there. Also, I love how the gold looks on Lloyd. Green and gold is always a good color combination, especially when it comes to Lloyd, so I hardly have any complaints with that. Also, Lloyd utilizes his headband piece from the island and from Legacy, but the green is updated to better match the rest of the figure. Also, the torso print, leg print, love it. Master of Energy printed over there, even though Lloyd's powers are kind of like up in the air for Season 2, Part 2. Is he energy? Is he power? Is he life? Don't know. Couldn't tell you. But let's take some stuff off there. Like a lot of the other ninja, Lloyd utilizes his Ninjago movie face print, so scowl on the front and happy in the back. I also love that back printing. That just looks great on every single one of these figures, dude. Easily one of my favorite parts. Just kind of a shame that they are always covered up by the shoulder pad pieces. Next up, we have Nia. Now, I really like Nia's outfit. It does not utilize any dark red or gray or any of those other colors that Nia sometimes uses. Instead, here she is primarily the blue ninja, and I feel like the only reason why that was done was because Jay was not here in the proper tournament attire, so technically Nia is the blue ninja now, but you know, I still think Jay's the blue ninja, just not currently. But anyway, I like the blue on this Nia. I think this Nia minifigure looks really good. That shade of blue is beautiful, and the other shades of blue used here as well for some of the torso printing and the leg printing, I think also complement the primary blue extremely well. Also, Master of Water over here. Nice symbols all around, very reflective, very awesome. Nia also uses her headband piece, which we've seen in the sets before, but now this is the first time that it actually appears in the show, and I think it looks pretty good overall. Glad that she actually has it. Let's take off the mask and the armor. Nia uses one of the variants of Ninjago movie print. This was also used a lot on Sons of Garmadon with the smirk in the front and the more happy smile in the back. Some Ninjago movie Nia figures use that too, but like I said, it was more so common with Sons of Garmadon and onward there. Nice back printing. love it. Very flowy, water-esque Source Dragon symbol back there. Looks great. Also love the dark blue and the gold color combination. It's just so good. Next up here, we have Arin. Now for Arin, he does not use the shoulder pad in the show, so as such, I did not include a shoulder pad here. And I'm also not the biggest fan, first of all, of the cat hair that's attached to him. There we go. That was weird. I'm also not the biggest fan of the dark blue mask, which I have talked about before. I have actually changed that mask on my shelf so that it uses Cole's orange mask, but officially, this is how Arin looks. Not a huge fan of that color combination. There is some dark blue used on the torso and the legs, sure, but it's not that drastic compared to the rest of the figure. I don't think it needs to use a dark blue mask, but overall, that's Arin. I do like the torso printing, though. It is worth mentioning that the torso and the legs are two separate shades of orange, so it looks kind of awkward from the side, and Arin also does not have a headband. Kind of wish he got one, but he did not. I do like all of the pockets, though, and the dragon symbol right there. Also, Arin is sleeveless, much like a lot of the other ninja. I don't mind this look overall. I just kind of wish it had a different mask color. That's really my only major issue with this guy. And for the face, well, it's the same one that Arin has been using for a while. No alternate face, but we do just have that one smiley expression. Next up, we have Sora in her Source Tournament attire. Like Arin, Sora also does not utilize a shoulder pad in the show, therefore I did not give her one here, but unlike Arin, I think the mask color actually makes sense. It is the same mask that is used on Arin, the same dark blue one, but for Sora, dark blue is already a part of her color scheme, so I feel like this just fits right at home for Sora. No complaints there. I will say Sora is also the only ninja to not use black gloves, which I think is kind of weird, and it kind of sets her apart in not the best way. She also does not have a headband, but instead she does use that cat headphone ponytail piece, which I like. I don't mind that hairpiece coming back. I think that works really well. Also, I love the torso and the leg printing on this Sora. I think this is overall a lot better than the first Sora that we got. It's more streamlined, not as complicated, looks more organized, all that good stuff. I don't mind how this Sora looks. Obviously, as you can see on the back, we have the number 5, or is it an S? Probably more likely to be an S for Sora. Sora also uses the same face print that we've seen before, so nothing really new here. More like a normal expression on the front, and on the back, that is her activating her tech powers. So you can display that any which way that you want, any which way that you desire. And lastly here we have Wildfire. Now, I was not initially planning on including Wildfire in today's video because I've talked about this figure quite a bit, and this is not technically a new figure, but I knew that someone was going to comment, hey, where's Wildfire? You forgot Wildfire. In fact, I guarantee that some people have still commented that, as they commented before watching the entire video. You know who you are. But yeah, this is Wildfire in what is technically her Source Tournament attire. Like I've said, though, we've talked about this figure a lot, and I hardly have anything new to say. So yeah, that is the new but not new Wildfire. I like her hair. That's about it. So to wrap up my thoughts on this new generation of Tournament Ninja, we've certainly seen some other Tournament Ninja in the past, and I feel like these guys are very good in their own way. I think I do enjoy a lot of what the other Tournament Ninja establish, and I do have some issues with some minifigures in this lineup, but I feel like overall, this is a very cool collection of Ninjago Ninja minifigures, and if you guys do collect Ninjago minifigures, I would totally recommend getting this selection, as it is probably one of the most solid selections that we've seen in a long time. So I really enjoy these guys, but leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think about each of these Source Tournament Ninja? And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you guys did enjoy this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.